welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be working on my spring makeup tutorial. This is currently my go-to look for the springtime. I feel like I just said that the same thing in two different ways, whatever. This is what I've been doing for the past couple of weeks. Every time I have somewhere to go to and I want to look put together or whatever it is that it may be. I don't really do this every single day, but the glowy skin is where it's at. Really feeling like blushy, glowy skin with like minimal eye makeup and lashes and like glossy lips is my favorite thing to do at the moment. So I wanted to share that with you guys today. If you're interested, see how I got this look, and go ahead and keep watching. Thank you so much for being here today. Let's get started. First off, please let's ignore that I have a mosquito bite on my shoulder. It's driving me crazy. I'm about to put makeup on it because I just can't look at it. We want bright, dewy skin. The first thing that we're going to do is prime. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Glass Correct Primer. Spring just screams dewy skin for me, so. Typically, I wouldn't really do like a full coverage foundation when I want really dewy skin, because I would just go in with like a hydrator or something. But since I do have some dark spots and stuff that I want to cover up, I am going to go in with a dewy foundation. Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation. This is full coverage for me in my opinion, and it is Luminous, so that's going to help the dewy skin theme we're going with here. And I am going to use a sponge because if we go in with a brush, it's going to take away some of that hydrated look. So I'm using my e.l.f. Total Body sponge. I'm not really sure. A couple pumps on the sponge, and I'm just going to go in. I used to not like this foundation because I felt like it was way too luminous for me. Since I've been into that type of skin lately, I used to be like a matte full coverage type of girl, but I feel like trends just change people. By the way guys, I'm working on my setup. I feel like I need a little bit more lighting in here. I do use natural light and artificial light, but I feel like I need more like brightness to really show you what I'm doing. So working on that. Does it ever happen to you that you like shave, or not, you shouldn't be shaving your mustache, but you wax or dermaplane your mustache and then it grows back out like within 2 days? So annoying for me. Now we have more of an even base. We are looking luminous. I'm going with a full coverage concealer. I do want to cover the darkness around my eyes, so the NARS is what we're going with. This is in the shade Café con Leche. So also, I feel like that new trend for concealer that everybody's doing, like lifting here, not doing like so much down here, it's a little bit pointless, don't you think? Because when you start to blend everything out, it just gets everywhere regardless. So what's the point of doing like all these tricks with your cream products if you're just gonna blend them out and they're just gonna blend into everywhere else? Do you know what I mean? Anyone else feel that way? I feel like NARS really kills it with their complexion products. I'm really debating if I should put makeup on this because it's driving me insane. Am I being extra? I got this new Buxom Plump shot yesterday at Ulta and it looked really like promising, so I want to try it and see. This is supposed to be collagen infused lip serum, so anything collagen infused just like calls my name, but I'm a little bit scared because it's supposed to be like a plump shot. So am I just gonna look like Kylie Jenner at the end of this? I don't know. Before we go in with powder, I am going to put on my Rare Beauty blush, and this is in the shade Joy. It is my favorite. I talked about it in my Sephora recommendations, and I feel like I've mentioned this in some type of, oh, this is tingly. Yep, super tingly. I'm starting to feel it. I'm just going to do like one cheek at a time because it is very, very, very pigmented. I don't want it setting on my skin like, you know, random dot on there. So I am making sure to bring it up on my temples because this I do want to drag out in order to lift my face. If you were to leave it on the apples of your cheeks only like we used to do back in the day, then you would look a little bit more rounded. You gotta put too much. You gotta work quickly with this one. And for springtime, I do want to look extra blushy, like more than usual, because I feel like that's like the thing, you know? I've always loved blush. I do want to look like I was kissed by the sun, and I don't like to put it on the tip of my nose because I don't want to look like I'm cold, you know? I go in with this Smashbox Always On Cream Shadow in the shade Guava. I found this yesterday at Ulta and I was really like, my lips are like burning, you guys. It's getting worse by the minute. I saw a video by Chloe Morello trying this. Like, she was applying these things like all over her face, like blush, bronzer, shadow, like everything. And I'm like, I want to try this, especially this shade. I'm gonna use this like as shadow, and I feel like this color is perfect. The monochromatic look for spring, I feel like is what's in right now. And I mean, I've always done it anyway, but I'm so glad that it's trending. So I didn't need to go in with a brush. That was so easy. By the way, I'm looking very dewy and luminous and I'm loving it, but if I don't set any of this, everything's gonna move at the end of the day, and we don't want that. So you only need like the tiniest amount of this, and it goes a long way. We're gonna go in with this L'Oreal Blush Please blush to top everything off. The shade Blushin and Saint Tropez. I'm not really sure, they have like a million names. Like a little bit of glitter in it. I'm not really sure if you can tell on camera. And now we're looking like extra blushy. That's what I want. I feel like it lasts longer, like the pigments, because when I used to do just like powder blush, it didn't last as long on my skin, especially because I do have oily skin, and when you blot, you take some of that away. So that's what I've been doing. Set the under eyes because I am creasing. I haven't seen them, but I can feel it. This is my TooFaced loose setting powder. I've been loving this lately because I feel like I don't crease as much. So I've been like diving into the loose powder world because I feel like I always used to use my Wet n Wild Photo Focus setting powder, and I was getting real tired of using the same thing in all the videos. So I do prefer to set with my sponge versus a brush because I feel like it takes care of the creasing for longer during the day. I have tried several powders and I feel like the technique is what makes the difference. By the way, the lip plumper, totally working. I can feel it. The shadow set down to like a powder, and I'm loving that because then that means that I don't have to set it. So I'm gonna put in some highlights, and I'm using this Cookie by Benefit. This is not really a shade that looks good on my skin tone because I am olive, and this is very like, I don't know, like pinky, I guess, but it is super blinding, so that's why I want to put it on, because like I said, we are going in with this dewy skin trend. You're gonna see right now. Woo! Look at that glow. I used to not put as much highlight, but for springtime, I want my skin to look like, you see that? Extra dewy. I feel like I should put some on like my clavicles. Oh baby, yes. I'm gonna add a little bit of bronzer just because I don't want to look so like blushy. I want to look like I'm bronzed too. This is like totally optional. I'm gonna use my butter bronzer from Physicians Formula just to add a little bit of definition on the cheeks. Like I spent all day at the beach. Do this kind of sloppily because I'm not really trying to define as perfectly. I'm trying to look bronzed. Always dropping something. Oh, I forgot to add highlight on my clavicle. Another optional step, but I like to look glowy. I feel like I've seen like Tati do this a lot. I miss Tati. Okay, now we're gonna go into brows, and I am gonna use the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter just to brush them up and get them to where I want them. I'm gonna skip over this step because I feel like you've seen me do my eyebrows a bunch, and I do have an eyebrow video. So if you want to check that out, I'll link it down below. And then while we wait for that to dry down before I go into my NYX brow pen, which is what I've been loving, I'm gonna go ahead and put mascara on, and let me just curl my lashes. I'm going with my Maybelline SkyHigh mascara. Been loving this ever since it went viral. You know, we're gonna go into the brows, and I'll be right back. Guys, let me just say, I have been using the Grande brow serum, and I know it's a little pricey, but I have been loving it because I've been using it religiously for a couple of weeks, and I can already tell the growth in my eyebrows. They are thicker, they are longer, they are fuller. I don't have to fill them in as I used to. Like I used to spend like a good amount of time on my eyebrows, and I just spent like 2 minutes just filling them in with this brow pen. This is the NYX Lift and Snatch, and it's just saving me so much time on my brows, which is a step that I hate the most on my routine. So now I'm gonna apply some lower lash mascara, And before I go in with my second coat, I am going to go in with my Urban Decay Brow Blade Neutral Mana. Is the shade that I really love to do this. I use the ink stain side to create a little wing. I wasn't really much into winged liner for some time, but I started doing this technique where I don't really close it all the way in. I just create like a little wing, and then just like in the outer part of my eye. It really creates that cat eye illusion without making your eyes look smaller, because I do have small hooded eyes. So I feel like winged liner does not really benefit my eye shape, if that makes sense. So this technique that I've been doing, I've been really loving. And also I'm getting more practice with my liner technique because I wasn't really that great. So I'm gonna use, especially the precision on this is like amazing. So it's great to do like wing liner, especially if you're like a beginner like me. So I'm just gonna do this. Hopefully I can do this without talking. If you messed up, it's so much easier to just like dab it and kind of like erase instead of going with like a bold black liner, which is like so much harder to get rid of. So first I create that line like to get, you know, like a guide. It doesn't have to be this one. You could try the NYX one, but I feel like this one's a little bit more pigmented than this one. So that's why I like to use the Neutral Mana. It doesn't have to be perfect. When you have mascara on, I feel like you can't really see if your liner is perfect. You can just see like a wing. I'm gonna go in with my NARS Extreme Climax just to get a little bit more volume on these lashes. This combo is like perfection. And then I do go back in at the end and I curl them. Okay, we're doing this. The thing about this mascara though, it touches your eyelids throughout the day, and you are oily, it will transfer. That's why I don't put it on my bottom lashes anymore, because I used to look like a raccoon. And the last thing, I'm gonna line my lips with this Alamar Cosmetics, and I've been loving this shade because it's just like your lips but better. Okay, and then if you want some color on your lips, I am gonna go in with this lip injection lip gloss from TooFaced in the shade Secure the Bag. That is it, guys. Oh, I didn't put setting spray before I applied my mascara, so this could go downhill very quickly. Using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Fake setting spray, but you gotta do it. You gotta do it. Okay guys, and this is the completed look. I really hope you enjoyed my go-to spring makeup tutorial. It's all about the dewy skin, the big lashes, the plump lips, and I am loving it. I feel like this could be my everyday go-to routine for the whole year. Like this video and you want to see more from me, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Post sometimes 2 videos a week, but sometimes life happens and I might just post once, but I won't go a full week without posting. So if that makes you feel good, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!